Okay, so I've been away for a couple of days. I've been kind of working around the garden with the wife, getting the yard in shape for the spring here. But I decided I wanted to come back to the test I was working on. So what I've done is I've finished flushing out this city space here, and it's pretty much all terrains. There's no models in here at all. I've got this wall over here. I got a bunch of red brick buildings, gray brick buildings, like office buildings, white brick, a little more factory-ish, some sea cams over here, and a little bit of a shipping yard, bunch of roads put in place, and then I put a park in here, just some grass and some trees. I just used the poplar tree just because it doesn't really matter. This is just for testing purposes. I decided to put some chimneys here and to like break up the shape so it wasn't so much squarish. This factory here, I sloped roof, a couple of chimneys, an outcrop or an upcrop coming out. Different textures on buildings, like less windows, different, just mixed it up all over the place, multiple doors. Then over here on this one, I decided to, again, a little bit of an upcrop and some more chimneys. And on this one here, I just decided the last building I was putting in, it would just be kind of like a factory facade sort of thing with a storefront on the bottom. And then I decided to get a little bit fancy and put like a courtyard on the top of the roof with a, you come out and into the courtyard like a rooftop garden sort of thing. Just to kind of show some variety. The one thing I do have going on here though is I have those raised. And they don't need to be raised. That was an oversight. I'm just going to fix that up here real quick. Move that out of the way. Perfect. And then I'll just rotate, make sure I got that right from the right angle there. Yeah, there we go. Nice little rooftop garden. Perfect. And then you can see I just used a few of the back and pack 2 tiles here. I did like the stonework with the fallen leaves, and then I just did some of the green yellow grass on there. Just a little rooftop garden. I wanted to do everything again in terrain blocks, terrain tiles, so that I could show you this in engine, not using that much resources. So I'm just going to hit test play. Jump into there. Sorry if there's a little background noise. It's windy out today. We got a little bit of weather coming through. So down on the street, let me just pull up the where are we? Performance monitor. I believe type 1. So you can see pretty low usage here. Not much going on. Let me go just performance meter, go to type 2. And performance meter type 3. And you can see it's not taking much to, it's not doing too much at all here. I'll go back to type 1 so you can watch the spike graph. It seems the best indicator of frames per second, sort of. So run through the city streets. Let's go zoom out a little bit here. Wander over this way, and you can see I got quite the nice little city populated just using terrain bricks here. And I think let me go through this alley here. There's a parking lot put in. There's the park. I'll just wander through the park here. So I didn't bring those trees up quite high enough, but wander in through, zoom in a little bit. And I just used a simple grass texture there. I didn't do anything special. So it does tile a little bit, but it's not It's meant for like city parklands and stuff, so that you're zoom out a bit. That's the one problem with the terrains, is that you do clip through them a bit. Down this road. There's the one spot I didn't put anything. Just left it as a big open paver area. Then coming in here, I set this up as just a nice little pavered brick area with a terracotta boundary to it. So just you could set in here, you could put like a playground or a water feature, whatever you wanted, right? It's all just the basis. And you can see how it gets a little repetitive until you start flushing it out in areas like this sidewalk. If I zoom in on the sidewalk, you can see in this light that, you know, the sidewalk does get a little bit repetitive. However, it does let you fill in quite the space. You can see that whole city block in the area, or a couple of city blocks, I guess. This is probably like 3 or 4 city blocks in size, but you can see that there's not a whole lot of spiking going on here. Like, everything here is fairly flat lined. You're not getting a lot of frames per second. Or so you're not losing a lot of frames per second. Let's go down here to this one. GPU. I'm getting like 146 or whatever, so. And I don't even have top of the end. I've got this is basically just a Ryzen 7 last generation, that's the Gen 7s, and I've got a what is it, a 70? I forget now, but it's an AMD middle of the line graphic card. They just launched their newer replacement lines for all these cards, so I bought them on a Boxing Day sale this year cheap. But anyway, there you have it. This is pretty much all I wanted to show you, was that using the terrain tile sets, this was just something I wanted to test out. This is a 100 by 100 area, and I'll exit out of there. Using just the terrains, nice little city space in there, and does almost nothing for stressing out the computer. So you can do a lot using the terrain tiles. If these were all models and there was tons of polygons going on, there would be a lot more workload. So you can use these to flush out the base, or you can use any terrains in your own, if somebody else's, it doesn't matter. You can use terrains to flush out a lot of the background, make a pretty decent looking scene, then come in and use models sparingly to fill it in and make it a lot nicer. So yeah, anyway, that's all I really wanted to show you today. Just a short one. I wanted to do that, finish that performance test that I was trying. So you've seen it now, you know what's going on, you know you can accomplish a lot with using very little as far as computer system resources go. And I guess have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.